Hello YouTube, Rocky3 here, back with another kicking action figure review. Now today's review is over the new, I don't know if it's called just the Iron Man 3 line or Iron Man Legends, because it's, kind of unclear on the packaging, but I'm going to go with Iron Man Legends right now. But this is our comic series Iron Patriot from Iron Man 3. Yeah, it's a pretty cool figure. I have to say, when you look at it online, you're just kind of like, man, it's just Extremis and repainted and star now, blah blah blah. And then you look at it in stores and you're like, hey, he looks a lot nicer than before. And then you just get him, and he's actually really nice. I dig this figure. And he comes with a collect and connect piece for excuse me, for Ironmonger. Big torso piece. Yeah. Thinking about building him, not too sure yet, but I did want this guy for my Dark Avengers. And it also comes with this Marvel Legends thing, where it shows you how to snap Ironmonger together, as if that's not common sense. And it's got kind of like a little read up on him. Not a big deal. So, if you want to read that, you can pause it, I guess. Anyhow, let's get to this figure himself. He's actually pretty cool. Now, as I said before, he's really just Extremis repainted, but he does have a few changes. One, obviously, the paint job and the stars sculpted there, but also they swapped sides with the hands. You can see on Extremis, this side is the repulsor hand and this side is the fist hand. Well, that's been swapped, and also the open repulsor hand is different for both figures. The Extremis's is just regular open, and this guy's is more like a claw. You see that? It's a little more sinister, which is good for Iron Patriot. So they did put that tiny little detail in there instead of just exchanging, instead of just giving us that same little mold. So that's pretty cool. It's really, really, really nice, just little thing that they did. And also, I feel like they opened the foot area up more, because my Extremis can't do that. It can't go 360, and the range of foot movement is really restricted by these on the side, but they brought them out some, and so the foot moves a lot better. So yeah, they actually did improve on the figure some. So you can't just complain that it's a repaint. Not that you should complain, because it's obvious that that's what we were going to get. I mean, you really expect them to make a whole new mold that would look almost exactly like this mold just for this guy? Because I didn't. But yeah, detail and paint job. Actually, I really dig the paint job. It's got this nice red, and it all really shines and actually kind of sparkles some. Harder to tell on the sparkles on camera. They're very fine. But the way they put the orange in his eyes, no bleeding or anything, it just looks sinister. And the paint on the head with the silver and the red, it's really odd, because you look at the face of Extremis Iron Man and you think it's an Iron Man, but you look at the face of this guy and you're like, you can see the evil in it. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I can, just the orange eyes and everything. It looks really good. Painted that really well. And then you get the scar that's sculpted well with the white. You see the sparkles now a bit better? Yeah. But you got that nice sparkly blue and the pearly white. It's just really, really nice. I'm always afraid I'm going to scratch off the pearly white when I articulate him, though, but he does have detail all the way up inside the joint. It's just really nice, and the pearly white on the edge of this joint. Orange. Didn't paint the repulsors on the bottom of the feet. We got them painted on both the other hands and the eyes and everything, but not on the feet, Then the back, his paint job's just very, very clean. I think Hasbro did a good job with the paint. So now that's out of the way, how about some more articulation? Articulation! So he looks up really far, like you could definitely get him into some flying poses. And then even down, so that's nice. Of course he gets side to side. And we have the shoulder pad articulation, so that we can have a higher range of movement in the arms, which go, like up and down, forward and back. You have bicep swivel, double elbow bend, Then you've got the forward and back on the wrist and also the rotation. And you've got this diaphragm joint, no waist joint, course, it would be kind of an awkward oval-shaped waist joint that wouldn't move very well anyways, so it doesn't matter. And then these are articulated. I guess that gives us a little more range of movement in the legs if you want to push them aside, but overall it doesn't really affect anything. But they're nice and tight, because my extremistes are really loose, but these are tighter, so I feel like they won't come off as easy or something. And then you've got in and out on the leg, forward and back on the leg, not too far back though. You've got this articulation point here on the thigh, double knee bend. Then I already showed you this with the 360 and the up and down, which I'm pretty sure is more than the extremist, but it doesn't have an ankle pivot, which is really dumb. But yeah, just, you know, really the same articulation as the extremist, but a little improved in the foot area. He might even look up higher on the head, I don't know. But now how about we get into some size comparisons. Alright, so I did a check on their heads, and they both do look up the same height. For him it just felt like more, probably just because I haven't messed with my extremist in a while. But I was also right about the foot articulation, by the way. But yeah, here's size comparisons. Here he is compared with some of his fellow Dark Avengers. Here he is with the Spider-Man Classics Armored Black Costume Spider-Man, who I like to use for Venom since he has this really muscular build, and I think that looks better for Venom. But the Red Hulk wave, I think it was Target exclusive. Black Costume Spider-Man looks really good too, because he looks good as a Venom, as well as, you know, just a Black Costume Spider-Man. And this guy might be a little too short in this instance, but you know, in displays and stuff, he's always crouching like Spider-Man anyways. Well, that's how most people have him, so that doesn't really matter too terribly much. But if you just want to have him vanilla stand like that, maybe he could be a little taller. And then over here we have a Dark Wolverine, aka Decken. This is the regular masked version, and he's kind of crouched over a bit just because he's in like an animal pose. But I think they scale up well together, because obviously armor is going to make you a little bit bigger and everything, and of course Decken is a little slouched because he's, you know, got all that animal in him. But yeah, I think it's good. I think it works. It does work. So yeah, he's going to look good with your other Dark Avengers. Alright, so here's Norman Osborn, Iron Patriot, compared with some other figures. Here he is with the Avengers Mark 6 Iron Man, which is just the most recent release of that Mark 6 Iron Man. He's got several releases. So it's a figure a lot of you guys have, and it's an Iron Man. And they're about the same height, actually, which is really, really good. You know, he scales up well with your Iron Man figures. And I don't have any other Iron Men from this wave yet, and I would show him with them, but I just don't have any yet. But I plan on getting him. Yeah, it's going to be cool. But then here he's with the Mac Gargan Venom, since I believe Mac Gargan was the Venom in Dark Avengers, because like I went to pick up Dark Avengers Volume 1 yesterday. All I know about Dark Avengers is what I've, you know, read on the Marvel wiki and stuff, but I really do want to read it because it sounds really cool. And I saw Volume 1 yesterday, and I was like, I'll go pick it up at this store where I have a gift card and a membership, and then my gift card and I had they were out, so I was like, dang it, I should have just got it at the other store because I really want to read it. And I don't like doing reviews being uneducated, but I have read up a lot on the wikis and stuff and everything. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Mac Gargan is the Venom for that. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty positive that I'm right. And I think that's a cool scaling too, if you just want like a recruiting photo. Maybe. I've seen a lot of those lately since he came out, actually. Since this guy came out. With him recruiting Venom. That'd be pretty cool. Now last but not least, here's Iron Patriot with some Marvel Select figures. Here's with my Marvel Select Amazing Spider-Man from the movie. I love that movie, love this figure. But they don't scale up real well together. Spider-Man's just way too big, as most Marvel Selects are. But then we have the Ultron here, probably like one of my favorite figures of all time. I just love it, And I think they scale up fine. I mean, I'm good with Ultron being super huge. Age of Ultron is about to happen. Actually, it might already be March by the time I have this review up, because I have like my 1968 Godzilla and New 52 Batman and stuff to put up before this. So, I might have those up before this. I'm still not sure what order I wanna upload all the reviews I filmed today. But definitely the 1968 Godzilla will be up. So if you're in the Godzilla, you can check that out. But Yeah, I think it looks fine with the Ultron. I like Ultron's size compared to everyone else. With the Marvel Select, it's fine. Anything's better than the Marvel Legend one. I mean, the Marvel Legend one was cool and a good size and stuff, but it just didn't really look like Ultron. It's looking at me. My Marvel Legend Ultron's looking at me and judging me now. But we're gonna get another Ultron in like Wave 2 of this. That'll be really, really cool. Even though it has titanium man legs. So, all in all, what do I think of this Iron Man 3 or Iron Man Legends, whatever, comic series Iron Patriot? Well, it's a pretty darn cool figure. Like, if you're in the Dark Avengers or Iron Man, or just like Norman Osborn as a character, I say pick this guy up. He is really, really cool. He is. I like him. He's a neat figure. I think he's actually better than the Extremis. No offense to Extremis. Got my Extremis here with me. But yeah, I highly recommend picking this guy up. I mean, I was surprised at how good he actually turned out. Like, he's neat. He's neat. But so he scales up well with your other Marvel Legends figures. Some of your bigger character Marvel Selects might scale up well with him. It really just depends. Sometimes with the Marvel Select characters that are supposed to be larger characters, it's just like a personal preference. But one more thing I want to say is that here he is compared with like the MU one. Here's the Marvel Universe Iron Patriot. I don't know which one is better. Like, if you want a 3 3/4 inch one, this guy's really cool to get too. If you just want Iron Patriot, he still has that evil look, and his paint job's actually a bit darker if you want it to be a bit darker. But yeah, he's cool too, and his repulsors on his feet are painted. Just in case, I picked them both up just because I like Iron Patriot as a concept. I still haven't been able to get my hands on Volume 1 of Dark Avengers. I've actually been trying for longer than you guys probably think to find it. I'm gonna check at another place Wednesday. But I mean, this is a pretty cool figure. Just good articulation and everything. And let me fix that disc. But yeah, he's really, really awesome. So I'm gonna give this Iron Patriot, honestly, I'm gonna give him 4 out of 5 stars. Lots of you are going to think that's generous, and I know I actually say that a lot. I've been saying it a lot lately. But I wish the repulsors on the bottom of his feet were painted and stuff, but the rest of his paint is really, really good. I mean, the star is really clean, unlike the star on my MU, which is like crooked. And they did make a new hand for him. Just the little details, And it was really, really good. Just the little details. Well, really what makes this figure for me. And you know, we've been wanting one of these guys for a while. And I've seen people make customs of him like crazy. So now that we finally have one, that's really good. You can save yourself a lot of time, effort, and probably even money with the custom. So, yeah, that's it. 4 out of 5 for this guy. Check out mycomicsplus.net. That's where I get most of my figures and stuff. It's a really great site. Link for it in the description below, and also a coupon code. If you decide you want to purchase something from that site, there's a coupon code down there. Godzilla and Gigan 10, and that's numerical 10 all together. So yeah, get a % off on your purchase. And if you don't see what you want on the site, then you can just message them, and they will get you whatever you want. They'll get it for you. It's true. I've got lots of stuff from there that's not on the site. And also there's other cool links in the description, like to my Facebook and Twitter. We'll follow you back on the Twitter, so be aware of that. It might not happen instantly, but it will happen. I guarantee it. So yeah, that's it. Check out the last review and our upcoming video, and we're working on a secret short film project that might turn out to be longer than a short film should be. But keep an eye open for that too. So rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.